Happy Friday. Hold up your glass right now. Cheers to a happy Friday. You know I'm happy. Looking at the scoreboard from last week in week 3, you know I'm happy. You know I couldn't wait to do this episode. You know I cannot wait. Let's get into it. Yep, finally got on the board for a win. So did some of y'all. Some of y'all also got onto the board to win. So let's break it down. Let's see who joined me. Let's see who joined me on the board. We're going to start off with just Josh and you versus Team Hill. Just Josh and you looking for his first win. Did he get it? He sure did. He wins 116-101 over Team Hill. Very tough loss for Team Hill. You want to know why? He had 105 points on his bench. That's tough. 105 points on his bench. He had more points on his bench than he actually scored. That is tough. One thing I will take away from it, though, is his punter, Wisnowski, got him 17 points. Maya is doing something inside. I'm going to check her out real quick. What are you doing, baby? What are you doing? What are you doing? You want to come outside? Might be a guest appearance. Might have to pick her up at some point in the episode. Speaking of picking up, Hollywood Brown picked up just Josh and his team. 28 points. 28 points. So great job, Josh. Cheers to you. Finally on that winning side, baby. Feels great. Feels great. We're going to go on to the next matchup, which is the Scranton Stranglers and me and my homies. And I'll tell you what, Tanner Brown's team is living up to his name. He is strangling the competition, strangling the league. He's strangling the league right now. He goes on to win 115.98 to 106.88. It was the closest matchup of the week. He was projected, the final score is projected 132.5 to 118.6. It ended up being the closest matchup of the week. It got really interesting on before Sunday night's game. Looked like Tanner had a 10-point lead, and then his running back for the Broncos, Javonte Williams, got him 9 points. And then Jesse down, by 10 on Sunday night before the game, and his Cowboys defense got him 10. So it was good that Javonte scored some points, kind of for some insurance points. Looks like Mark Andrews led all scoring for Tanner with 28 points. And DK Metcalf had the leading points for Jesse at 17. So very close matchup there. I'd like to see the close matchups. The other matchups were not so close. They were not so close. Oh, yeah, they were not close, Maya. Maya likes close matchups, too. She didn't like to see people get beat too much. She didn't like it when they hurt. And speaking of hurts so good. Hurts so good. Oh, my goodness. Takes down the Brady Bunch 165.3 to 108.66. It was projected 131 to 124. 6 of the 10 starters for Bryce got over 15 points, and every single starter, all 10 starters on Bryce's lineup from week 3 were in double digits. Every single one, 10 or more points. That is unreal. His team is the only team that has done that probably this year and definitely this week. So, hurts so good. Hurts so good. Unfortunately, Molly cannot join us in our little cup of tea, cup of coffee for the winning squad. Another very tough loss for Molly. She did have a pair of two 24-point players on the bench. So that does hurt. I think one of the guys on her bench was the backup for the Lions. And DeAndre Swift got hurt, so the backup came in and went ham. Went crazy. But let's go looking into the next matchup for next week because I think Swift is out this week. So I can't think of that guy's name, but he's got a really great sense of humor too. So he's definitely going to help out Molly. I'm going to come back to Molly in a little bit. The next matchup. Oh, we're already at my matchup? Oh my goodness. Yes, sir. It's just all my notes and stuff, my stats are just too hot. I had to wear some eye protection, So, Samuel L. Lamar Jackson. 168, baby. I just did beat Bryce for the most points by 3. Clutch. 168 over Johnny. Johnny, sorry I had to do it to you, man. Sorry I had to do it to you. I had to get on the board, though. Hope you understand. 168 to 108. It was projected 138 Johnny, 117 me. My boys woke up. Let's go. My boys woke up. Lamar Jackson and Devontae Smith both scored the most points out of anyone in week 3. And they're on your boys' team. Let's go. They both had a pair of 30-pointers. This is actually the most points by any team in the league this year. So, what can I say? I'm just setting the tone, baby. I'm just waking up, baby. I want y'all to think, oh, man, he's 0-2. Oh, Sam's going to be a scrub in his own league. Psych. This is just a start, baby. This is just a start. Johnny did. He picked up Zay Jones. Went to East Carolina University. Looks like this might finally be his year. So some good, wide receiver depth for him. He ended up having 24 points. So it might be a little flex option. Let's see. We got 2 more matchups. The next one is the Cinderella story so far. It has been for Team Horned Up. Against Turd Ferguson, the defending champion. I was very intrigued by this matchup. In fact, I must say this is probably the matchup of the week. Here. And Horned Up was not horned down. She's keeping those horns up. 3-0 to start her fantasy football career. Unreal. She takes on the defending champion. 124 to 95. Now, Randy was actually projected to win by 1 point. Looks like 5 of Kendra and Cash's 10 players scored 17 points or more. Very impressive. James Robinson leading the way. What a season he is having. So yeah, I was really looking forward to this matchup, and Kendra's 3-0. She's at the top of the league. That is crazy. And last but not least, we are going to go to Kelsey and Ryan. Ryan also looking for his first win, and he got it. Ryan got his first win, upsetting Kelsey. Final score of 104 to 90. It was projected that Kelsey was going to win by 9, 122 to 113. Like I said, Ryan's first win. 7 of his 10 players were in double-digit scoring. Unfortunately, Kelsey's one of her running backs, David Montgomery, got hurt. So that kind of is a reason why she scored a little bit lower. But sorry, baby. But congrats to Ryan. Cheers, my brother. Cheers. Feels so good to finally be on the board. Feels so good. Molly, you're going to be in the board. I will say to everyone, last year Molly started off, I think like 0-4 or 0-5. Went on this ridiculous winning streak. Made the playoffs. Now, there was 10 teams last year, and I had it sub to only 4 teams making the playoffs. She slid into the playoffs last minute. Ended up in the championship. Lost to Randy. I think it was sort of close, but unreal run. So this is just part of her scheme, okay? And also, Molly is 6th in the league in scoring out of 12 teams. 0-3, but 6th in the league. So that's tough. That is tough. Molly, the brighter days are coming for you soon. I know next week I'll be cheersing you to a victory. So We'll go over the other scoring leaders now. Looks like Bryce Hurt So Good is up by good 56 points in scoring. He has 457 points for the year so far. Kendra is second. 3-0 Kendra is second. Team Hill is third. By just 0.5 of a point, Kendra leads over Team Hill. Let's see. Johnny is fourth in scoring at 386. I'm fifth. I'm pretty sure last week when I did the episode, I was second to last. So my phenomenal week has propelled me to fifth in scoring. So that's all it takes. That's all it takes is just, one good week and, you're right back in it. So especially this early in the season. So, which I like that it's all pretty good. We got a lot of 2-1s, we got a lot of 1 and 2s. Only one team that doesn't have a win, 2 teams that didn't have a loss. So, I like that it's very, very close. So it could get very interesting, toward the end, especially around playoff time. So I'm hoping that's, what happens. Like I said, Molly's 6th in scoring. Tanner, 3-0. Tanner is 7th in scoring. That's a little interesting. Josh is 8th. Kelsey is 9th. Randy is 10th. Jesse is 11th. And Ryan is 12th. Let's see. Some other notes from week 3. So of the top 5 scoring leaders for week 3, 2 of them were not rostered. One was, I think, Mac Hollins for the Raiders. Just kind of just randomly went off. I think he played at Carolina too. Yeah, I think he's they're on their depth chart. I think he's wide receiver 3 or wide receiver 4 for the Raiders. So that was just completely random. He scored 30 points. Another one was Khalil Herbert, backup for the Bears, who last year was also backup for the Bears. And David Montgomery got hurt. And Khalil Herbert came in and went off. He went off in replacement of David Montgomery's injury. And it happened again on last Sunday. And, over 150 rushing yards filling in for Montgomery. And so, Maya's got to have her attention. You know how dogs are. Got to have their attention. Cats, they could just, they're okay. Except for Gracie Lee. Shout out to Gracie Lee. She's kind of dog-like. She needs her attention too. But anyway. No one picked up Khalil Herbert. I woke up Wednesday to see, the waiver claims and everything. And I had my eye on Herbert just because, I know what he did last year and last Sunday. In case Montgomery's out again. Be a good option. No one picked him up. So, I just want to formally thank the league for no one picking him up so I could have him. Thank you guys again. I think y'all want me to lead in scoring again next week. That is just so thankful. That is just so thankful. Thank you guys. I mean, maybe y'all feel bad for me. Maybe y'all thought it was a fluke and it was we need some extra help. So, anyway, I thank y'all. Who knows? He could get hurt in the first play or he could, and I'm not living up to the expectations or the hype, but I thank y'all for Khalil Herbert. I might even rename the team, especially if he has another good week. I might rename the team. Now, I can't do that with Lamar. Lamar is having an MVP type season in only 3 games, but MVP type season. Anyway, we're going to go to the top scores for each position. This is a long video again. Already at 14 minutes. Oops. I might do a little trim, just like a lady did on me last week. A little short, but, I haven't had short hair in a while. So, you got to play the cards you dealt with. So, anyway, the top quarterback with 102 points is Lamar Jackson. Just mentioned him. He's on my team. Let's see. Saquon Barkley actually leads in most points for running back. And he's on Bryce's team. Now, second and third is Nick Chubb and James Robinson. And Kendra has both of them. That's why she is 3-0 this year. That's crazy. She has both of them. Drafted very well. Stephon Diggs is the highest points for a running back at 85.4. Trey has Stephon Diggs. Mark Andrews, Tanner, I think I said that earlier, 64 points. The highest defense Trey also has. So Bills at 46. The highest kicker, Young-Ho Koo. Prior to me making these notes on, I think I made these notes on like Tuesday. Come here, Maya. Come here, baby. Young-Ho Koo, not rostered by anybody, had the highest points for a kicker. But after looking at the waiver claims, Trey actually drops Justin Tucker. Kind of a bold move, but Young-Ho Koo, I mean, he's the hot kicker right now. Tucker, one of the greatest kicker, probably the greatest kicker of all time in accuracy and, clutchness. But he's not really high scoring this year as he, normally is. So Trey goes to pick up Koo. I think Ryan ended up getting, he ended up claiming Tucker and gave him the next day. The next highest kicker is Carlson for the Raiders, and Jesse has him at 32. Looks like Carlson's actually tied with Gano on the Giants and Suckup for the Buccaneers. Johnny has Gano and Bryce has Suckup, all at 32. And then, of course, your leading punter is Wishnowski after a 17-point dominant performance, and Trey has him. So Trey leads in the top scorers. He's got 3 of them. So I think that's why he's 2-1. That's pretty good assumption. So we're gonna go to the standings, even though I kind of wrapped it up already with the standings. 3-0. It's Kendra, in which I actually took a screen clip, so hopefully I can put it right here instead of having to type it in. But we got Kendra in first, tied with Tanner, but technically Kendra's really in first because she scored more points than Tanner. The 2-1s in second place goes as follows: Bryce, Hurt So Good, Team Hill, and it's Miller time. Third place, the 2-1s, we got Show Me Your TDs. We have me. We have Just Josh and You. We have Turd Ferguson. We have me and my homies. And we have Amendola Oblongata. Love the new name. You don't have to change it now. You got Justin Tucker. Third name change in 3 weeks. New name every week for Ryan. I like it. And then holding down the anchor is Molly Sue. But not for long. Molly Sue's going to get hot just like she did last year. History repeats itself, and that's just how it goes. On my J. Cole flows. My hair, not on my flows. It's tough. All right. Looking on the week 4, and I actually don't know how bright it's going to be for me. But it's not about me. It's about y'all. We're going to start off with, I think I'm going to declare this the matchup of the week. The Scranton Stranglers. Will he have a stranglehold on Team Hill? Now, we did have a game last night, Thursday Night Football, as y'all know. Maya. I think Maya wants to make an appearance. Not really a lapdog, but I might have to make her one. I don't know. We did have the game last night, the Dolphins and the Bengals. Helped out some people. My yubber. Didn't help out other people. In this case, it helped out Trey. Trey had Joe Mixon. Scored 17.4 points. Tanner had Jalen Waddle and the Dolphins punter. Only got him 7.9 points. Tanner's still projected to win. The projections were 138 over 111, Tanner, with the advantage. I got to do something about Maya. Give me 1 second. Say hi to everyone, Maya. Say hi. It is now 122 to 111 advantage for Tanner. Let's see. The next matchup. Speaking of Kelsey. Kelsey and Jesse are playing each other. It's Miller time versus me and my homies. Kelsey is projected to win only by 1 point. Only by 1 point. Really 9/10 of a point. Before last night's game. After last night's game, she had Hill and Higgins, Tyreek Hill, T. Higgins, and Joe Burrow all play last night. They all scored over 20 points. She currently has 71.38 points, and now she is projected to win 138 to 111. Jesse had, I think, Jamar Chase, and he scored 12.1 points. Kind of underachieved what he was projected. So his he dropped 7 points, and Kelsey jumped up. Kelsey jumped up 19 points. So she's projected to win 138 to 111 now. So I will say projections don't mean anything. Obviously, my matchup last week, I was projected to lose by like 20 points. So projections don't mean much, but they're just like to throw out there. So we're going to move on to Hurt So Good against Turd Ferguson. Hurt So Good did not have anyone playing. He's projected 138. This 138 number is showing up everywhere. Might need to play it. I don't know. Turd Ferguson projected 125. So, pretty close there. Unfortunately, he only scored 13.4 because he had the Bengals kicker and he also had Tua. Praying for Tua. They shouldn't have played him this week on short days rest. He had a bad fall in the game last week and appeared to be shaken up, but they kind of brushed it off. And he shouldn't have played last night. So I hope that he's kind of not playing for next couple games just to really regroup from his second concussion. Anyway, so yeah, Randy's those two guys only got him 13.4 points. Now Randy's projected 112 from 125. So looked like it was going to be close. Still could be close. Never know these projections. Sometimes they're off. Sometimes they're spot on. The next matchup, we're going to go to Amendola Oblongata and show me your TDs. Amendola Oblongata had Raheem Mostert last night. Before the game, 126.8 to 120. Show me your TDs. The advantage. Mostert got him 10.1 points, and now it improved Ryan's projection by a point. So now it looks like it's a 5-point advantage to Johnny. So we'll see. We're going to jump over to Just Joshing Ya and the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch looking for her first win, remember. And she's projected 132 over 107. So a nice little 25-point cushion there. Let's see if it holds that. And last but not least, can the young David and Sam take down the Goliath of Team Horned Up and Kendra and Cash? I'm projected to win by only 6/10 of a point. If I hold my hand up here, it's like the brightness got better. I hope this video is not too dark, or I'm going to have to redo the whole thing, and I do not want to do that. I'm hoping I'll be like this, I'll be victorious. I'm hoping I'll be like this and be victorious for the next video, next week. So we'll see. I almost want to say this is the matchup of the week, but I don't want to, take it from me, because it's about y'all. It's about y'all, like I said. But I think this could be a very good matchup. And honestly, you know what? It's the closest projected one. This is going to be the matchup of the week. Matchup of the week, Team Horned Up versus Samuel L. Lamar Jackson. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm over Khalil Herbert, I'm kind of riding him some, so I'm hoping that, he shows up to play like he did last week. But that's all I have it. That's a long video. I'll see if I can trim it some. But happy Friday. Have a great weekend. I hope we all win. I know we all can't win, but good luck to y'all this week.